when I was on the coach coming back up from Glasgow or from Ayr, but I was listening to tunes on my phone, and of course I bumped into a friend of mine in Glasgow, so we were chatting all the way back to Stirling, so I thought it would be a bit rude to do that. So yep, we're here in Stirling. I'm just going to be getting the train to Alloa. I'm actually watching the battery level on my phone because it's rapidly decreasing. My main power bank is dead. Someone on a bike. I'm not allowed to cycle through this train station apparently. They still do it, but well. So yeah, I thought the live stream we did earlier on today went very well. Very well indeed. I don't think this one's going to go very well, but that's probably because it's not going to be on for very long. Yeah, I've managed to get a few train videos, and don't think we'll get much more. I mean, what do we expect? It is nearly 20 to 12 at night, so I'm going home for a nice hot shower, and then I'm going to my bed. So my train's not for another 10-12 minutes, so getting picked up at the train station, so that's not bad. I've got transport arranged. So within the next hour I'll be having a nice hot shower, and then I'll be bed. Because I'm working tomorrow and I need to be up about 8 o'clock tomorrow, so well, maybe not as early as 8, probably around about 9 would be fine. Get a shower of the night and I'll make sure everything's all sorted. So yeah, I won't be doing any lives on the train or anything like that. So it was just a quick one to say thank you for watching all the lives that I've done tonight, if you're on today. I really hope you've enjoyed them. Ford Mustang says, like done, how are you doing today? I'm doing okay, how's yourself? I'm just waiting for the last train home. It's due in 15 minutes and I don't have a lot of battery left, I'm afraid. So I won't be staying on for too long, I'm afraid. Power bank number 1 is dead, and number 2's only got about half a charge in it. I've got power bank number 3 in the house, but it's dead as well. So I really must get these bloody things charged up. I've got some power in my tablet, but I don't really need to use that, I don't think. I'm going to be chilling out tomorrow night with one of my mates, watching football. I'm in hospital after a motorbike accident. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I'm really sorry to hear that. Hope you're okay. Genuinely hope you're okay. I've never been on a motorbike myself, to be honest. I've seen them loads of times, but never been on one. I know it's not fun. I know it's not fun when you're in hospital. Trust me. Been there and done it. Been stuck in hospital, and I had an operation done on the bottom of my back in 2003. I was only in overnight, but they had no Wi-Fi in the hospitals back then, and everybody had to keep quiet. And lights out was like 8 o'clock at night. It was like being in a prison. Not that I've not been in prison, it feels like, because I've never been in prison, but it just felt that way, you know. It says, leave, God saved me. Well, that could well be the case, mate. That could well be the case. I was just down in Ayr today doing some live streaming, and I'm looking forward to getting home. Don't mean to say it that way, I'm sure you know what I mean. I'm looking forward to getting some sleep. I'm pretty tired. The train's due shortly, but I've got some recorded stuff to upload pretty soon. He says, I'm the owner, 24 years old. I'm actually 38, believe it or not. I'm 14 years older, and I feel probably a lot more than that. I'll be 39 in January. I'm an old man, as Aaron would say.
Yes, I feel like it. I feel like I'm an old man.
I certainly feel that way. But little did I know, I don't know if Aaron's watching this, and hello if you are, buddy. And he was watching me earlier on. He was watching the live earlier on when I was down in Ayr. So, next train at platform 2, we could have a little bit of train spotting, I suppose. Mine's isn't due for another 10 minutes, so it's going to Dundee. There's a train just left from Dundee. And there's another one. That can't be right, unless that voice recognition system, announcement system is... No, it's going to Dunblane. It said Dundee. It's obviously lagging. And you've got the sleeper service to London Euston, departing at 11 minutes past 12. Sadly, I can't wait to see that go. Because unfortunately, I'd be stuck here and I'd be facing a taxi of about £35. Not that I would pay that, because I wouldn't. I'd rather walk home. You're not old, you're really 21 again. Oh, thank you. I was 21 when I passed my driving test, 2008. Yeah, I do feel old. I certainly do feel old. Not much to see around here at this time of night, I'm afraid, but mind you, it is nearly 10 to 12 at night, so we can't really expect anything else. But yeah, it's pretty quiet. I said I probably won't do any lives tomorrow. I might. I'll see how I feel, because I need to save what data I've got left. I've got about 10 gig of data left till Friday, but that'll do me no problem. But I want to save as much as it. I want to save some it for Thursday, because I promised you a live in Glasgow. But I'll tell you what we'll do. I was having a little think about this. How about we'll go to Glasgow, Buchanan Street. We'll do a live there for about an hour and a half. Then we'll go to Braehead, Silverburn. So 3 lives in one day. How does that sound? I fancy that. I'll do recorded stuff as well, so I'll try and get through to Glasgow for about 10:30 Thursday morning. Stay till about 6 o'clock at night. Sounds like a good idea. There's another train pulling in, but it's the wheel. I was going to say it's the wheel on the other side. It's not. Total rubbish. It's through here. The 6 carriage 385 to Dundee. Dunblane, sorry. Although the announcement, it's actually 2 385s coupled together. Although the announcement said it was actually going all the way to Dundee. Clearly not. Not when it says Dunblane on it. Seems like a bit of a long train for Dunblane at this time of night coming from Edinburgh. Mind you, the Fringe has only just finished, so I suppose that does make sense. Now, my train should be due in about 5 minutes. I tell you what, we'll keep the live going. We'll phone Alloa it though, charge-wise. 10%. My train's due in 6 minutes. I'll use what power's left on my other power bank. I don't mind putting that on charge. I don't mind having all 3 of them completely flat. I can charge my phone and 1 power bank overnight, and then charge the other 2 tomorrow or Thursday. That's just the 385, that one there, just the electric train, so it'll be 385 that we get, so pretty confident of that. It's saying on the sign up there it's due shortly. It doesn't say whether if the train's just left Larbert or not, because Larbert's the next station after here. If you're heading west, it's Larbert after here. Right, I'm sorry if the camera gets a bit shaky. I'm looking for my cable. Here we go. Connect it into phone. Here we go. Got a little bit of power, just in case it runs out. I'm not bothered if it runs out once I get off the train, because then I know I'll be on my way home. I had a dream one night. I was train spotting with Aaron, and I can't remember who we were, but I think we might have been somewhere up the west coast, possibly Speenbridge or somewhere like that. And the Flying Scotsman went flying past. Now, I have never spotted the Flying Scotsman in real life. I would love to. I don't know how to find out where it's going to be making appearances so that I can get a video of it. I just genuinely do not know. Even Aaron doesn't know how to find out. I've had the Jacobite a few times. That's a good one. And I'm going to try and get up to Fort William again in a few weeks' time to get a video of the Jacobite. I'm not going on it because I ain't paying over £80 odd for a return trip. That's expensive. Saying the train is now approaching. Well, the lights are on red down there. If it's approaching, it's invisible. It's obviously doing a GTA special. It's going into God mode. Yeah, that's the gamer duder side of me coming out. Not that I know how to go into God mode, because I don't. And I wouldn't do it either. Maybe. Anyway. Only thing I can really do is just wait. But I promised just we would keep this live going until we got to Alloa. Here we go. So we'll jump on and I'll keep this live going until we reach Alloa. Is my PowerPoint died yet? Damn. Is it? No, it hasn't. I thought it had there. There's been an update on this phone, and it shows the battery level as a big long bar instead of a battery itself. I can't say I liked it at first, but I got used to it. Right. On board.
This is Stirling.
Is it? No! I thought it was Timbuktu. Sorry, I'm in a sarcastic mood
This
tonight.
train is for Alloa.
No, I thought it was going to the Grand Canyon.
The next station is Alloa.
Steve Short says hi from Newcastle. Why aye? That's all I can say at that. Hope you're doing okay. I can't do a Geordie accent because my Geordie accent is terrible. I don't want to cause offence. But I'll be heading down to Newcastle in a few weeks' time. But bus and train spotting. Well, bus more than train, I would say. This is just the last train from Stirling to Alloa, because the last bus went at 10:20, which is a bit early. So at least this train's not like the other one that myself and Aaron were on yesterday from Dundee to Broughty Ferry. It was roasting. This one's actually nice and cool. It's actually not too bad, this one. It's not too cold, it's not too warm, it's pleasant. Here we go. But because it's electric, there's no sound. A little bit of sparking overhead, I think, judging by the noise that I'm hearing. So we're plunged into the darkness for about, it's not going to take long to get there. It won't take long to get to Alloa, maybe about 7-8 minutes.
This train is for Alloa.
And the next station is Alloa, where this train terminates, as that says over there.
The next station is Alloa, where this train terminates.
Oh dear, the guard's coming around and I didn't buy a ticket. Because the gates were open, so I just walked through. Newcastle has great pubs. Well, I might have a pint of the brown stuff. I might have a pint of the brown ale when I'm down there. Oh, sorry. I just walked right past and never even checked. Oh. I'll not say no to a free ride. It would only cost me about £3 anyway, so maybe £2.50 because I've got a rail card. I'm not complaining. I just about crap myself there, that loud bang. Yep, I've always liked Newcastle. People from Newcastle were so friendly. I've always found them to be really friendly. The bus station, when I was last down there, it was probably still the same. It was split into two different parts. There was a road running through the centre. That's one thing I'm looking forward to, because I'll spend half the time bus spotting in one part of it and the other half in the other. And if I can find a good bit to do train spotting, I might do a bit of that, if I have time. And I'll find what time the last train back up to Stirling is. I'll have to change to Edinburgh, but that's fine. Might even get a hotel, maybe stay the night. See how it goes. But, yep, as I said, you can't beat a bottle of the Newcastle brown ale. That's put me in the mood for a pint now, even though it's midnight, too late. And I've just remembered, when I said I'd go up and see my mate Dave tomorrow night, hello if you're watching, pal, I promised to bring 6 cans of beer up, and I totally forgot. So I'll just remember and get some on my way up to his tomorrow. I'm going up to his to watch football on TV and just have a chill out evening, basically. I might do this again tomorrow night, get the last train, who knows. Oh dear, oh, I must remember and put my phone on charge when I go in. I've just noticed a little thing on that bin there. We all win if you lose the bin. How original. That was a bit like my joke. I cracked a joke earlier on. Yeah, I laid an egg. I cracked it as a joke. The worst joke I made up recently was when Oasis were playing at the Murrayfield in Edinburgh. Liam Gallagher was dishing out sausage butties as well as the tickets. One person said, "Why have I got a sausage butty with my ticket?" And then Liam looks at him and says, "You get a roll with it." Yeah, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Not as bad as what he said to his girlfriend, because he said to her, "After all, you I wonder all." Enough jokes about music. It's not even funny. But some of the get the channel taken down. The station hotel is nice, says Steve. I'll certainly, in fact I'll screenshot that just now. I'll have a look at that place when I get home. There we go, take the screenshot, so I'll have a look at that place. I mainly look at booking.com and sometimes hotels.com or Trivago and places like that. But sometimes it's actually better to Google search and then phone round a few places, but I don't always have time to do that. But I'll certainly have a look at that tomorrow. I can feel the speed of this train starting to go down, so we must be approaching Alloa now. Yeah, Stirling to Alloa by bus takes about 25 minutes, half an hour, depending on what operator you go with. If you get the 51, but if you get the 52, that takes you all the way around the Hillfoots, and that takes nearly an hour. It's a long one. It's not as bad as...
You soon arrive at Alloa, which is the last station on this route. Make sure you have all your belongings with you when you leave the train.
Obviously.
If you see any unattended luggage,
as I was saying, it's not as long as some of the routes from Stirling to Glasgow. Stirling takes about 40 minutes, which isn't bad. That's nice and quick. McGill's operate a service X36, which is just over an hour. That's not too bad. Between Stirling and Glasgow. X10A, which is another one they do, takes nearly 3 hours. And they call that an X Express. Yeah. My idea of express is when you leave somewhere onto a motorway and then you go virtually straight there. That's what I call express. I know I'm rabbiting on a little bit, but there's literally no one else in this carriage. Steve says it's Newcastle Centre Station, the hotel is in the same street. Ah, right. Centre Station, that's the train station. I know what that is. I don't know Newcastle at all, if I'm being honest. I've only been to the place a few times. But yeah, the train station is literally a short walk from the bus station, if I remember rightly. Because last time I got the train down to Newcastle, I was going to Gateshead for a vintage bus running day. I was staying overnight, and I cannot remember where I stayed, but I got on the wrong bus and I ended up at the Travelodge in Gateshead, but it was actually another Travelodge I was to go to, so I ended up just getting a taxi. I don't normally use taxis, but that was the only time I'll admit I used one. Well, we're coming into Alloa now, so I'll let you quickly see the station, and then I'm going to have to curtail this live, I'm afraid, because I've got a family member picking me up, which is really nice. I was going to walk home, but it would have taken me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to walk home from here. I'm a bit tight-fisted at times. I can be. Steve says have a look later on. Yeah, I definitely will. I'll have a look in the morning, I think. And I'm not the fittest person either, physically. Well, it's not much of a train station. It's just a load of street lamps, basically, and a tiny little waiting room. Anyway, I'll have to curtail this live now, I'm afraid, so I shall say good night and I'll talk to you tomorrow.